Hey everybody, this is Evan Rogers coming at you with Evan's Easy Japanese JLPT N4 videos. If you like what I'm doing here, consider subscribing, sharing, and liking, and all that sort of good stuff. And if you want to help make this actually worth my time, there are ways to donate in the video description. Go to Patreon or Subscribestar and do a subscription-y thing, and you get rewards. So that's cool. That being said, let's get started. We're on number 1 of the second listening section. I like to keep it about this far zoomed in so that you guys can actually read it on your little tiny iPhones or whatnot. So I'll have to move as we go. So here we go. Let's listen. We'll go sentence by sentence. I will introduce the new grammar and new vocab for you guys. Here we go.
1番
男の人と女の人が話しています。
Nothing new there. A man and a woman are talking.
女の人は昨日友達と一緒に何をしたと言っていますか？
Alright. 女の人は, as for the woman, 昨日友達と一緒に. So I think this might be new. The to particle after a noun generally means and, but it can also be with the word with, especially with 一緒に immediately following it. 一緒 is, I believe, 一緒 no. I think it's a no adjective, but you can use it as an adverb with the ni particle. So 一緒にした. She did something together. This is so annoying. I don't know why that appeared or how to get rid of it. If any of you guys know how to get rid of it, let me know. All right. Probably in the options or something. Anyway, together with a friend, 何をした? What did she do? と言ってますか? What is she saying she did with her friend yesterday? That is the question. They're going to give us 14 seconds to look at the question or the possible answers. So let's check it out. We go with 0 kanji. 海の近くで食事した. 食事する is to eat. And that's past tense shita. Chikaku is near a location. Chikaku de, for whatever reason, gets de a lot. Even though it's an e adjective, chikai, and for some reason they do the chikaku, then they treat it like a noun with a de. Very strange. Umino, so around the ocean, they ate something. Yama ni nobotta, climbed a mountain. Noborimasu, noboru, nobotta. It's a group 1 verb. Umi de oyoida. She swam in the ocean. She's a mother effing gay fish. Alright. Kaigan at the shore. Sampo shita. She walked on the beach / shore. All of these are ocean related except for number 2. So probably it's going to be 1, 3, or 4. Let's find out. Here we go. I'm going to skip through this dead time. I'll edit it out. So notice how things change. I'm over here now.
昨日はいい天気でしたね。
昨日はいい天気でしたね. Nothing happening here. Yesterday was good weather, wasn't it?
どこかに出かけましたか?
Alright, great. We got doko ka. After the usual interrogative question words like who, what, when, where, why, we add a ka, and it can mean someplace or, some whatever or any whatever. So did you go somewhere? Did you see somebody, the somebody, somewhere, something, somehow? Don't you need dokoka? That doesn't make any sense because it means somewhere. Somewhere or anywhere even. It can even be kind of anywhere. Usually anywhere will be demo, but you get some overlap. Anyway, dokoka, somewhere, ni, dekakemashita, did you go out to somewhere? That is his question to her. Hey, yesterday was nice weather. Did you go out to somewhere? Oh, I don't think... Did he actually say that yet? Oh, yeah, okay, good. She goes, and then she continues.
友達と海の近くの店に行って
Tomodachi to... So once again, with my friend, umi no chikaku no mise ni itte. So te form of ikimasu, iku itte. This one is the unusual of the te forms. Usually it would be iite, but iku, the ku ending verbs usually go to ite sounds, but this one, ikimasu, breaks the rules and it goes to itte. So to a store that is near the ocean. There's no real grammar here happening except that chikaku is a very weird adjective. There actually is an e adjective called chikai, but for some reason it's regularly turned into chikaku, which that would normally be an adverb, but they treat chikaku as a noun. I don't know why exactly this happens. There might be an etymology thing. Either way, it means nearby. So, umi no chikaku no mise. So, a store that's nearby the ocean. Ni ikimashita with my friend. And then what did she do there? Let's find out.
食事をしました。
Shokuji o shimashita. Ate some food.
学生の時、よく一緒に山に登っていた。
Oh, it gets cut off there. Okay, so shokuji shimashita. Gakusei no toki, when I was a kid, when I was a student, she goes yoku issho ni, we frequently together, we together yama ni nobotte. I noticed the ni particle with noboru. It's the thing that you are climbing is getting a ni particle, kind of like you ride a train. The train is the thing that you ride upon, and thus it gets the ni particle. So similarly to that, yama ni nobotte. Okay, so let's I'm gonna try to pause. We're gonna listen to it again, and I'm gonna try to scroll over when she gets there. Okay, so here we go.
学生の時、よく一緒に山に登っていた友達なんですが、久しぶりに会ったんです。
Okay. So remember I just said that they climb the mountains, yama ni nobotte ita. So notice it's nobotte iru would be, it's hard to do because it gets cut off here and they're both important. So it's nobotte ita. So noboru is to climb or, to hike up a mountain. Yama ni noboru. Nobotte iru would be currently doing or to have done. And then nobotte ita is kind of like a continuous in the past. We had been doing that. We did do it numerous times. It was a continuous thing that we did. Even though each one is like a little point. Climb a mountain. Next week, climb a mountain. The week after that, climb a mountain. Even though it's individual points, you can treat the climbing of mountains together as a time in her life that is gone. And thus it's a continuous action. And that's what's happening here. So, yoku issho ni yama ni nobotte ita tomodachi. And notice that's going into tomodachi. That entire clause, yoku issho ni yama ni nobotte ita tomodachi. So, all of that is modifying tomodachi. Tomodachi is a friend. And so, it's a friend who together they've climbed mountains frequently with. Gakusei no toki, when she was a student. This nandes is the extended predicate, or we could call it the explanatory no. The na is there because tomodachi is a nominal, i.e. a no noun, a no adjective, a na adjective, or a noun. And when it goes into this ndes, we have to use a na in front of it. And this is providing an explanation or asking for an explanation. Here she's providing it. Why is she going with her friend to the ocean store, the store near the friends? It's that she was a friend that I used to go mountain climbing with, but hisashiburi ni attan desu. Hisashiburi, we haven't gotten there yet. Hisashiburi is a na adjective, I believe. Maybe it's a no adjective. I should probably figure that out. Hisashiburi, my brain's telling me no, but my mind is telling me yes. All right, hisashiburi ni atta. So hisashiburi means a long time. It's been a while. So atta is the past tense of au, which is the plain form of aimasu. So aimashita, atta, ai au. So it has been a while since we have met. It's that we haven't met in a long time. But it's that we used to go climbing together. And let's hear her say, Hisashiburi ni attan desu. Who says it better? Hisashiburi ni attan desu. Oh, did you already say it? My bad. Here we go.
どこかに出かけましたか？
ええ、友達と海の近くの店に行って食事をしました。学生の時、よく一緒に山に登っていた友達なんですが、
Here she goes. 久しぶりに会ったんです。
久しぶりに会ったんです。
There we go. に会ったんです。She sounds cheerier about it. All right, so what does he say? I already forgot it because I don't care enough about these people's lives. I'm a terrible man.
じゃあ、話すことがたくさんあったでしょう。
All right. じゃあ、話すことがたくさんあったでしょう。Okay, so this is interesting. He's saying あったでしょう. Usually, we don't put a des after a verb, but here we are. This is the tentative, the probably. He's throwing out the idea of probably. And that this can happen. This totally can happen. It's a little bit less common, and I would almost expect to see a des there. But whatever, like a desho, takusan attan desho. But this works. So probably there was atta. There was takusan, plenty of something. What was plenty? Hanasu koto. Once again, we're using. So the koto here is turning. Oh my god, go away. Hanasu into a noun. We have hanasu as a verb to speak, and then the koto is turning into a noun. So speaking, or things to speak about, something like that. Things to speak about, ga takusan attan desho. There was plenty of stuff to talk about, wasn't there? That's right, this is all yesterday, isn't it? My brain, I'm thinking she's going to do this, but dekakemashita is past tense, so... okay, something in my brain was telling me that it was in the future, but this is clearly in the past. Atta desho, right? There was probably a lot to talk about. All right, let's listen to the rest of, or the next sentence.
ええ、今度また二人で山に登ることにしました。
Oh, okay, cool. So now this is interesting. Okay, so kondo. Kondo is one of those annoying words that has like 95 different definitions, and they're all slightly the same. Kondo can mean like this time or like next time, or it can even mean last time. It's really the stupidest word in the language. Through context, it can mean either just this last time, or this time right now, or next time. So here it's kind of functioning like soon, like again, like next time. So next time, mata again, futari de, together, the both of us. So notice how we would say someone's name, toisho ni, but here, as the both of them, futari de, as the both of them, they will yama ni noboru. So they're going to climb a mountain together. Next time, we will again climb a mountain as two people. Now notice, noboru koto ni shimashita. Okay, so noboru koto we could think of as climbing, like the idea of taking this whole clause, kondo mata futari de yama ni noboru and then turning into a noun, koto. So again, climbing the mountain together, noun. Climbing the mountain again, or climbing a mountain again. But it might be better to think of koto ni shimasu as after a verb, as a set grammar rule. So koto ni suru, maybe you should think of this as a set grammar point, and it means to decide upon doing something. Okay? Kondo mata futari de yama ni noboru, so climb a mountain together. Koto ni shimashita, to decide upon climbing a mountain in the future. Notice the deciding was in the past. They have decided, and then the mountain climbing will happen in the future. So notice your verb tenses. Noboru, incomplete in the future. It just means it's not done happening, ergo it could be in the future. Then here shimashita is complete, and thus it has been done. It is over happening. So they have decided to, in the future, climb. That's what the verbs are paying. Pay attention to those verbs, okay? Pay attention to those verbs. Really quickly, I want to talk about koto ni shimashita, but differently. I need to make a video about this still because I find this one of the most interesting points of Japanese. There are basically 5 verbs that are all the same. And in N4, you kind of need to be aware that transitive and intransitive verbs exist. So one more time, transitive and intransitive verbs exist. Transitivity is the idea that you act upon an object. So you might be familiar with the term transgender. That's like the new thing that everybody's talking about. You might be familiar with transcontinental or transportation. So, the idea is trans plus something. Ports. Think about you're going from one port to another port. I thought somebody was over there. It's actually my vacuum. So from one port to another port, you're going from one area and you're acting upon the second area. Transcontinental, you're crossing over from one location to another. Something here is affecting something over there. You see how there's like a gap between them and they hit each other? This area is affecting this area. Transgender, there's two things and you're spanning. See, I'm going to get in trouble for saying there's two genders, but just sorry. Whatever. Deal with that, I guess. There's the idea of the male and the female and you're crossing over. Does that make sense? That sort of, there's a point and another point and you're hitting it. You're spanning the gap, so to speak. That's the idea of trans. So transitivity is the idea that the subject is going to, and there's an object, there's a subject, the person that's doing something or the thing that's doing something, and the object, the thing that they're acting upon, and they're going to span the plane of, the area, and they're going to affect the thing. So for example, let's think of the word open. Oh, and then, intransitivity is when there's no object happening. The subject just does something. There is an action happening, but it's not a subject acting upon an object. It's just a subject doing something. And that's not a really fantastic differentiation, but just examples will clarify. Okay, so think about the word open or even close, okay? So imagine you're walking into, I don't know, you're in the dark, dark forest, in a dark, dark night, in a dark, dark whatever. And you come across a house and the door's closed, the lights are off, blah, 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 blah. And you want to know, does the door open? Okay, think about that sentence. Does the door open? What's the subject of the sentence? The door opens. So the answer is going to be yes, the door opens, or no, the door doesn't open, right? So the door opens. So the verb is open, but in the sentence, the door opens, is anyone actively, is there a thing that's opening something else? The verb is open, so is there a subject opening something? No. Nothing's opening anything. We're just stating the fact that this door opens. We're stating the fact that it opens. It's a possibility. Now, if we think about transitivity, if I were to say, yes, it opens, and you have a zombie chasing you, someone's going to scream, open the door. Jeff, open the door. Jimmy, open the door. And that's a command, but the next sentence in the story would be, Jimmy opened the door. So think about that. Jimmy opens the door. All of a sudden, we got this guy named Jimmy, and there's a door here, and he's doing something to the door. Does that make sense? That would be transitive, whereas the door opens is not transitive. It is intransitive. Okay, so with that long-winded explanation about transitivity in hand, koto ni shimasu, this might not be the best time to explain it because I just introduced this idea to you, but koto ni suru is that we decide upon something. There's us, and there's not really it feels like there's no object, but if you can just think about the idea that we actively are choosing to make a decision about something. Whereas narimasu, if we were to say koto ni narimashita, it would be, so narimasu and suru, naru and suru are closely linked together. Naru is much more of the idea of it has been decided, something like that. So notice how the idea of climbing a mountain, we decided, the idea of climbing a mountain, we decided to do it. So we acted on the idea. We chose to do it. Whereas we could say, kondo mata futari de yama ni noboru koto ni narimashita, which would be that idea almost decided itself. It came into being in our heads. The same way that the door opens, the idea was decided. The same way, but this with the shimas, the idea is I opened the door. The same way that we chose this idea. We decided upon doing that. We decided to climb the mountain. And in the narimasu form, the koto ni narimashita, in the same way that the door opens, not that we opened the door, but that the door opens, the the idea is that climbing the mountain, the idea just sort of is decided. It comes into being. That decision is just made. The decision happens. So koto ni narimasu is a fancy way for people to get out of responsibility. In Japanese, you have people saying, it has been decided that blah. And that way, no one made the decision. Does that make sense? So you're going to hear that a lot in board, presentations to the public. It has been decided that we shall not do blah. As opposed to, we decided not to do something. Because we decided not to do something is the idea that we chose not to act, whereas it has been decided is much more the idea of where did this idea come from? No one's responsible. Isn't it amazing? So anyway, that's just something to think about. That's something that you will, maybe not in this lesson, but in future lessons. Koto ni naru and koto ni suru are closely related, and you're going to see that pattern not just in decisions. You're going to see it with adjectives of all things. Okay, so just put that in your head. Suru and naru closely interrelated as act upon something versus something happens. Oh, the door opens, I will open the door. Transitivity and intransitivity is very important in Japanese. It's very important in all languages, most likely, but it's funny how it works in English. The door opens. If I just add one more word to that, it's insane. The door opens cats. The door opens. Okay. I can open that door. The door opens cats. What kind of a crazy door are you talking about? The door opens cheeseburgers. Do you see how we just have it's the exact same sentence. The door opens cheeseburgers. The meaning of open changes. The entire sentence changes ideas. Anyway, English handles transitivity, in my opinion, very stupidly. And in my opinion, Japanese has a fantastic system. That's kind of annoying because you have to memorize all the different verbs, but it really helps out. Let's continue on with the listening. I'm going to mark this as a transitivity lesson when I post this on YouTube because because apparently that's what I just did. Very, very important in Japanese. You need to know transitivity and intransitivity. Entire grammar points depend on whether a verb is transitive or intransitive. Okay, great. Here we go. So desu ka? So once again, just to get us back in listening, hey, what'd you guys do? We decided to go eat at a store next to the ocean or something like that. And then we decided we had a lot to talk about. Yeah, we decided that we're going to go mountain climbing next time that we see each other. All right, so, or maybe even the next time, soon, sometime soon, kondo. Here we go. Here is the next sentence. Let's continue on.
そうですか。
Oh, is that so?
昨日は暑かったから。
昨日は暑かったから. Yesterday was hot. So, 暑かった is just past tense, the adjective, nothing new here.
海で泳いだんですか?
海で泳いだんですか? Okay, so the lesson here is you need to know your plain casual verb conjugations, agglutinations, and also you need to know how to agglutinate and conjugate every end of sentence. If it ends in a noun, if it ends in a no adjective, if it ends in a not adjective, if it ends in an e adjective, if it ends in a verb. You need to know how to handle all of those, make them past, make them negative past, make them incomplete. So oyogimasu turns into oyogu. Oyogu ends in a gu, so it goes to ite or ita in the past, and then but not really because it's a gu, so we get the ten-tens oyoida. Okay, so so it's a question: is it that you swam in the ocean, because it was hot yesterday? And she goes with nay.
いえ、泳いだり、海岸を散歩したりしたかったんですけど。
Okay, we're doing in the tari taris thing. Okay, so verb tari, clause tari suru. This is a verb pattern. So oyogu turns into the past tense of a plain form verb, like we just saw oyoida. So oyoida ri. And then we have kaigan o sanpo shita ri. So suru's past tense is complete form is shita. Then we add ri. And then we're adding an extra suru. But here it's in the past tense. Well, actually, it's not in the... Well, it is in the agglutination. Okay, so... Oyoidari, do things like swimming. Kaiga no sanpo shitari, walk the shore. And do things like walk the shore. And do things like swimming. This is how we make an incomplete list of things you want to do. Does that make sense? When we want to make an incomplete list of things we want, like of things that are, of things, nouns, we use the ya particle and nado. With verbs, things that you do, and plentifully of things that you do, we use tari tari. Tari tari suru. Okay, so oyoidari, go swimming, kaiga no sanpo shitari, walk the shore. And then we end it with suru, but it's not suru, it's shita. And that's not just shita, it's shitakata. So we need to know that shita is not the end of the verb. In fact, technically it's not a verb, but now it's an e adjective. Notice this kata ending, this kata. This is how we end e adjectives. So kata is the past slash complete form of shitai, the e adjective want to do. So we wanted to do things like walk and swim, desu kedo, but it is that we. So once again, this ndes is the idea of giving an explanation. So it is that we wanted to swim and walk on the beach, kedo. There's no na there because that's an e adjective before. It's a past tense e adjective slash past tense weirdly conjugated verb before it. So verbals, e adjectives and verbs don't need to have a na before ndes. Kedo. Okay, so let's check out the rest of this sentence. Here we go.
友達に用事ができてしまって、
Alright, so this little tiny part right here has a phrase that's kind of just a special translation plus some grammar. Okay, so this is some odd grammar. Okay, so let's just look at yoji ga dekite. Yoji ga dekiru. I would imagine that there should actually be the kanji in dekiru because this has the idea of something comes up. And when you have the kanji for dekiru, it means to come up, like something appears, something happens and is formed. Okay, so yoji means business. Ga dekite is like the yoji appeared, the yoji popped out. The idea of yoji ga dekite is something came up. Okay, so yoji ga dekiru, yoji ga dekita. It's usually in the past tense. So something came up. Something came up. The shimate after a te form. So the reason why it's not in the past tense here is because it's te shimao. Te shimaimasu. The verb is te shimaimasu, te shimau. And then we're in the te form because we're going to continue talking about stuff. And this te shimao, I like to translate as the crap form of the verb. So when you use a verb in the te plus shimaimasu, there's two possible translations. One of the more common ones, I think this is the more common one, is you're adding the feeling, the mood of, dang it. So unfortunately, something came up. Okay, that's what's happening here. Yoji ga dekite shimata. Unfortunately, the shimates. Unfortunately, yoji ga dekite. Something came up. The other translation of teshimao is to be done doing something, which is also interesting because dekiru can be to be done doing something. However, even though we have to be done doing something, the meaning is in no way, shape, or form be done doing. So that's kind of funny. Yoji ga dekite shimatte. Something unfortunately came up. And this tomodachi ni, we can translate this as possibly with my friend something came up. Or we could say something came up and it affected me. This ni particle can have both of those feelings. I was affected by my friend's something coming up. Or it can be kind of like something came up with my friend and shucks. So there's a gray spot in the translation here, but basically something came up with her friend's schedule and it's tricking her up. And she's unhappy about it. Okay, so because I have to scroll all the way over here, let's keep on listening. Here's the end of that. So we wanted to do that stuff, but my friend had something come up.
食事の後、
Shokuji nato after dinner, or after eating, not necessarily dinner.
すぐに帰りました。
Suguni right away, kairimashita, we returned home. We returned home. Very difficult to say.
残念です。
Zannen des, that's unfortunate. It was unfortunate. It could be deshta here, but not really. Zannen des is just, it was unfortunate, with the idea of was there. Okay, so the question one more time is?
女の人は昨日友達と一緒に何をしたと言っていますか？
Exactly. All right, let's pause that. That was a lot of grammar and a lot of vocabulary, quite frankly. Really, I just want to talk about this yoji ga dekita. Yoji ga dekita. It's probably better to just think of it as a set phrase. Something came up. However, dekita literally means something appeared and came formed. So something popped, like the actual kanji for dekimasu is deru, which is to expel, to produce, to appear. And kuru is it came, it comes. So it popped out and it came at you, kind of a feeling, is one of the translations of dekiru. And thus we could think about that as business. So business yoji, a situation, an issue popped into existence and she had to deal with it. It affected her with the dekita. Of course, dekiru can also mean able to do. But when it has the kanji, it's much more likely to be translated as appears, happens, it pops into existence. I know full-grown engineers at companies who didn't know that fact. I was taught that fact just a few weeks ago by an engineer who knew that better than I did. So learn something new every day. That being said, this was grammar intensive, vocabulary intensive. This was a pretty rough one. I hope you've learned a lot. You're going to have questions if this is new to you. Ask them in the comments section or go to my Reddit page, r/Evans/Japanese. All the links on the bottom below. Facebook, all those things. Ask questions, please. None of you guys are asking questions. This stuff is difficult. This is tricky grammar. Once again, like, share, subscribe, please. It just simply thumbing up the video and leaving a comment saying, Evan, you're bald and I hate you. It triggers YouTube to say, oh, people are engaging with the content. I should suggest this to other people. And thus more people know that, hey, there's a guy teaching Japanese in a very detailed, explicit way. Basically, you're getting better than most high school Japanese classes. If you ask me, I've been to at least I've taught Japanese at 4 or 5 schools. And to be honest, this is... I feel like I'm doing a bit better, especially without a textbook. Anyway, I'll stop tooting my own horn. Let's rewind this. I will turn off my microphone. So we just heard the question at the end. I'm not going to do the whole wading through the thing. Okay, here we go. This is the conversation. Turn off my mic. Good luck.
昨日はいい天気でしたね。どこかに出かけましたか？
ええ、友達と海の近くの店に行って食事をしました。学生の時、よく一緒に山に登っていた友達なんですが、久しぶりに会ったんです。
じゃあ、話すことがたくさんあったでしょう。
ええ、今度また2人で山に登ることにしました。
そうですか。昨日は暑かったから海で泳いだんですか？
いえ、泳いだり海岸を散歩したりしたかったんですけど、友達に用事ができてしまって、食事の後、すぐに帰りました。残念です。
女の人は昨日友達と一緒に何をしたと言っていますか？
All right, and the question is, what is it that she said that she did? The answer is she ate some food near the ocean. Number 1. Peace out. Have a great day, guys. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Probably.